Hey, welcome back to the Powder Shop. It's your boy Lil Slim coming at you at Lil Slim TV on YouTube. And I want to welcome you guys back to another episode of the Powder Shop. You understand? And today we have another sports update for you because it's been an exciting weekend of college football. Can't wait to get into it. The weekend isn't even over yet because there's a college football game that's coming on tonight on a Sunday, and then we're going to have another college football game coming on Monday night featuring LSU. And you know I got to watch that. So I just want to, jump into the college sports. Before I jump into it, I want to, give you my Instagram handle, and that's at the Real Lil Slim 17 on Instagram. Once again, that's at the Real Lil Slim 17 on Instagram. But getting back to the sports, it's been an exciting weekend. It started Thursday. It started Thursday night with Colorado, and they played North Dakota State. That game, it was a lot to say about that game, but we definitely can't fail to mention the stars of the game, and that would be Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. You just can't say enough about Travis Hunter. You just can't say enough about him. And I would say the same thing about Shedeur. When I looked at all these other college football games that came on this weekend, it's very, very clear to me that all eyes is on Colorado. All eyes is on Colorado. Colorado played Thursday night. Woke up Friday morning. It's all the sports talk, all sports news, all sports media. It's all that everybody was talking about. And it's all everybody wanted to talk about. It's Colorado. And you have these analysts, and they predicting Colorado. Oh, Colorado, we give them 5 games. If they win 5 games this season, we consider that a success. So that's how bad people really think Colorado is. So on one hand, you think Colorado bad, but on the other hand, you tuning in to watch them because they're the most exciting team in the nation, headed by Coach Prime. So it's just like, I'm looking at all these people and how they be trying to attack Coach Prime, saying this and saying that about him, and how the way he's running this program. I have no problem with the way Coach Prime running the program because these is young kids. You have to let the kids be kids, and you have to let them have their fun. But at the same time, making them know and understand that this is serious business at hand. And I think they already know and understand that it's serious business at hand because of NIL. So everybody want their money. If you're going to talk about that, everybody wants their money. So it started with Colorado Thursday night. You had Shedeur Sanders. He threw for 445 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 intercept. But that intercept, I don't even count it as an intercept because it looked like something that came off of college 25 football. Bounced off the guy's ankle. And they caught the intercept on the fluke. But Shedeur Sanders, 445, 4 touchdowns, 3 went to Travis Hunter. One went to Jimmy Horn Jr. Jimmy Horn Jr., 7 catches, 198 yards, 1 touchdown. What I think Colorado should keep doing, keep sending Jimmy across that middle on those post routes like that. Because he's burning these guys. He's wide open almost every time. So Colorado, I think y'all should keep going to Jimmy on those post routes. I mean, switch it up some, but you got to get the ball to Jimmy. He got to have the ball. And when you talk about Travis Hunter, he's all world everything. This guy played every snap, I think, except for maybe 1 or 2 snaps, the whole game. Everybody's questioning whether that's sustainable for Travis throughout a whole season. That remains to be seen. He missed 3 games, I believe, last season, and he was going both ways, playing the whole game. I mean, this young guy's stamina on TV, I heard him joking that he had the stamina of one of those track and field guys that run miles and miles and miles. Like, that's the type of stamina he has. And he not only have that stamina, but he's good. You mean to tell me it's a possibility that you could be the best wide receiver and the best cornerback in college football? I mean, I looked at all these teams that played this weekend. And like I told you, the weekend ain't over because we still got a Sunday night game. We still got a Monday night game. But all these teams, you know, are mainly, you know, all this college football that happened. But what we mainly talking about? We talking about Colorado. Now, Buff Nation, they still need to be able to stop the run game. Sap, I thought you know, I ain't gonna base, you know, I ain't gonna try to, you know, say nothing about Sap. You know, that just was one game, and I know Sap go get down on them, you know, for giving the middle of that field up like that, and having that quarterback just gashing them for big runs and getting big gains, you know, running through that defensive line. Sap, I need you to get on them boys and have these boys ready for Nebraska, because you know Nebraska is foaming at the mouth for y'all. You know Nebraska is waiting. I mean, this is the biggest game of the year for Nebraska. So, Sap, I need you to get them boys ready on that defensive line in that interior. Get them boys ready. I want to see them. I need some sacks against Nebraska. Nebraska, we letting y'all know. Buff Nation, Nebraska is going to run that ball. And they're going to try to run it down Colorado's throat. I'm telling you what the game plan is. The word is out that you can't stop the run. You have to figure out a way to be able to stop the run. Because Nebraska, they coming. And that's going to be their whole game plan, is just run the ball. They're going to watch that film and see that you guys not stopping the run. You couldn't stop the run last year, and you come in game 1 and couldn't stop the run. So that's a big problem that has to be addressed this week in practice. Coach Prime, already know you're on top of it. So we ain't tripping off that. I know you're on top of it, Prime. Shedeur, you're projected to be the #1 draft pick in this coming NFL draft. What we need you to do, we need you to make good decisions, which you already make good decisions. But that last play, when you try to, when we should have just ran the ball, or you could have even took a knee. But you decided that you saw cover 0 and decided that you wanted to go deep when it wasn't necessary for you to go deep. We had the game in hand. You got the penalty and you got bailed out of that situation, but we need you to make good decisions. And I saw the press conference where you said, you're going to learn from that. So, I'm rolling with y'all, and I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You was young. That was a young mistake that you made. You realized it, and now, we know that ain't going to happen no more. So, we fine with that. But, Buff Nation, you have to travel to Nebraska. And like I said, them Cornhuskers, they gonna be waiting, bro. They waiting, and they waiting to run that ball down y'all throat. You also have to protect Shedeur. Offensive line, you did a good job. 1 sack. I'm okay with that. Even though he was under pressure, and he had to get up out of that pocket a few times, I can deal with 1 sack. I can deal with that. Buff Nation, these boys have to get ready this week. They have to get ready this week. Coach Prime, he took the W, but was he happy about it? No, he wasn't happy about that. He wasn't happy about that because just like Coach Prime, I see that the Buffs can be better. They should have beat that team worse than that. But they'll go back and look at the film, but you only can look at so much of that film because you got to focus on Nebraska now. So I think Coach Prime gonna have them ready. Cornhuskers gonna be waiting, and it's gonna be a showdown. Once again, Colorado, you have Paul Feinbaum and different other media personalities. They want to attack Colorado. But what they're saying is Colorado is relevant. Colorado is relevant, and they probably the most relevant team over a #1 team, and that's Georgia. Georgia is ranked #1. But when you look at the TV numbers that Colorado put up, I mean, yeah, they most relevant. They most relevant. So for Paul Feinbaum to say this and that, oh yeah, this and that, but they irrelevant? No. We go see how relevant they are again on Saturday versus Nebraska. At Nebraska. Watch those numbers. Watch how those numbers explode. Every team that play Colorado, man, they're playing it's like they Super Bowl. These people want to beat Colorado, but they really want to beat Coach Prime. So the Buffs players, but y'all have to go out, man, and y'all have to play. Y'all have to play for Coach Prime, bro. Y'all gotta play for Coach Prime, bro, because too many people, they coming at him. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because he prime time. But Buff Nation, you know, we already know where we stand with him. I'm rocking with Coach Prime. I rock with Shador. I rock with Travis. I rock with the whole Buffs team. You know, like last year started off so hot, you know, and then fizzled. But we understand what happened. We knew that you was going against bigger, stronger, and faster teams. And you didn't have a chance to really, you know, get your guys. This year you came back. You came back with some bigger guys, but they still seem just a little bit undersized. That's even Stephen A. alluded to that, you know, we could see some changes that was brought into Colorado, but you still look a little bit undersized in some areas. And when I look at these other college football teams, and I look at these guys, and I'm looking at how they built, these guys look like NFL. They going to the NFL. They look like pros. They built like pros. Guys from Georgia, guys from LSU, them guys look like NFL players already. So we'll see. We'll see come Saturday. But once again, it's, you know, college football game. There's hundreds of colleges, so, you know, just can't report on all those games. You can only mention a few. Like I saw Georgia, they beat up on Clemson. That was a good game. But once again, Georgia showed why, you know, they showed why they're the number one team in the nation. Running game, passing game. I think their quarterback, he's a Heisman Trophy candidate with Shador. So, Georgia quarterback, we'll keep our eyes on him. Alabama won today. When I checked in on that score, I think Alabama was beating a team 63-0. So I quickly turned that. Typical Alabama. And who else I want to mention? I want to mention Texas. Texas beat their opponent 52-0. And I mention that because there's another Manning in the making. Arch Manning. He's the nephew of Peyton and Eli Manning. And he plays at Texas. And he had a good game. And once again, there's another Manning coming down the tubes. Another Manning coming down the tubes. And once again, when you talk about, you know, this college and college football and everything, I mean, it's just way too many teams to mention. Hundreds. And Paul Feinbaum talking about irrelevant. No, bro. Out of all these hundreds of colleges and all these games going on, hundreds of college football games, Colorado is at the top of the list of who we talking about. So I just wanted to get into that, give y'all a sports update, you know, the whole weekend. Number 1, Georgia played. Number 3, Alabama played. But who we talking about once again? Colorado. So I'm going to send a big shout out to Buff Nation. We got to have a good week of practice. I wish I could tune in somehow, some way. Well Off Media, that's a good way to tune in to practice. And we'll see, man, because we got to see what's happening against Nebraska. And I want to welcome y'all back to another episode of the Powder Shop, giving you a sports update coming from your boy Lil Slim. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'm going to hit you on the next one.